Hey guys, it's Sam. I'm super excited about today's video. I have the honor of introducing to you the E-Class from Chic Sparrow in the Enchanted Woods leather collection. Just to be completely upfront at the beginning, I did not pay for this particular notebook. Jennifer Harvey was kind enough to send it to me so that I could share this new collection with you. And although I did not pay for this with my own money, all of the opinions in this video are my own. Spoiler alert, I love this notebook and I'm gonna do my best to introduce it to you and answer as many questions as I possibly think that you would have. So let's go ahead and get into the notebook. Like I said, this is the E-Class. This is the new long-awaited collection from Chic Sparrow that Jennifer has given tons of sneak peeks on Instagram about. This collection is the Enchanted Woods collection, and it comes in 3 colors. It comes in an Elderwood, which is a blush brown, Eastwood, which is this leather, and Evanwood, which is a very rich dark brown. For me, this is the perfect neutral brown. This collection also comes in 3 sizes. You can choose from the A5, the A6, which is what I have, and then a B6. I would have to say the characteristics of this leather is that it's neither too stiff or too floppy, and after I kind of take things out, I'll kind of show you that more. It smells amazing. It isn't rustic looking. It does have a sheen to the leather. It is very extra. It's extra looking. I don't know. It's just so beautiful to look at. This design has 3 layers of leather, which I'll show you when I get into the inside of the notebook, but you can't see that. So you have 2 very thin edges to this notebook, which is, in my mind, very pleasing to the eye. This also has a reinforced 1-inch spine, and you have 2 holes here cut out so that you have your strings to close your notebook attached. You will also see that the stitching comes almost all the way around, but does not quite meet the edge, and that is that way on both sides. So when you open up the notebook, you have these brand new, beautiful styled pockets. So this would be, in my mind, a deluxe because it does come with pockets. But the pockets are different than any pockets that Chic Sparrow has come out with before, and these are cut in an envelope style. This A6 does have 2 card pockets, which, as you can see, this card fits in here really well, and so I would be able to put 2 in here, I would think. And then I just like to keep my notebook very functional, so I have things in here as my journal that fit functionally for a journal. So I have some washi tape samples right here, and then this is the card that I cut washi tape with. The only kind of extra thing I have in here is this piece of a note card, and I just put it in there for some color. The leather on the inside, I know that kind of matters to some people. This is soft to the touch. It almost has a suede characteristic to it. I love that if I run my finger down the inside of this, that it makes marks like you do when you're vacuuming your carpets. I don't know if anybody else loves that, but when I'm vacuuming, I love for my lines to all meet up and match. And so this kind of has the same effect. It doesn't feel like carpet, but running your fingers over it gives me the satisfaction of neat carpet lines. The E-Class has strings. You also have the ability to use the back pocket to put an A6 notebook in it. So when I was initially thinking of my setup, my plan for this notebook was to use this as a YouTube traveler's notebook. So I had ordered some inserts from So Much Crafting, so this was going to be like my monthly YouTube, what kind of videos I put up when. This was going to kind of be my weekly breakdown of tasks that I needed to complete and things like that. And then I have the checkbook register in here so that I could record my expenses for my channel. However, when this notebook arrived, I had to put my Hobonichi in it, and I kind of threw all of my plans out the window. Now, if you wanted to use this like a folio, you could very easily take this out. Because all of these things are hidden in the design, you would be able to unknot the strings and take the strings out, giving you a more folio feel. And then you wouldn't have the obvious holes, you know, showing through on the other side, showing that you had a notebook that was supposed to have strings, but now you don't. I'm going to leave them in just in case I change my mind and decide something else. I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, you know, a lot of people try to carry a Hobonichi A6 as a personal planner, like your everyday carry. I once tried that. My problem that I had with it was that although I really like doing like a bullet journal, you know, task-oriented schedule style, I don't like not having the week completely in front of me. And you could use the months for that, but I feel like I need more space. So I'm leaving the strings in just in case I lose my mind and try to change up my planning system again this year, which I just switched my planning system and I don't want to, but you know how planners are. And I like to leave my options open. So I thought, if you love daily bullet journal style planning in an A6, but you'd also like to have the ability to have a weekly view in front of you, I think this would make a beautiful solution. So I'm leaving the strings in for now, but if you know that you're not going to use the strings like ever, say you have a 5-year Hobonichi, then you could definitely take these out and just kind of take them out of the equation. You have that one piece of leather that goes over like all of your hardware. You know, you don't see the knots, and then you have the leather coming from the front of the notebook, and that covers up your knots on either side. So you could take the strings out. For me, they don't get in my way, and it doesn't bother me at all. On the other side of the notebook, you have another full-length envelope pocket, and I have in here stickers to put in my journal. Like I said, I keep this very functional just for journaling. And you could see that you have a space to put your notebook in the back here with a little bit of room to spare. If you were using the strings only, then you could obviously use this back pocket to tuck bits and bobs and things in. I will show you, since we're so early in the year, we're mid-February right now, that if you had a chunkier Hobonichi that is through the year a little bit farther, that you would definitely be able to still fit that in. I know I get questions about that a lot. What about a chunkier notebook? What would that do? So let me go ahead and slip last year's notebook in. And that is quite a bit thicker than the current notebook, and it fits with just a little bit room to spare. So if you bulk yours up more than me, which I know that I'm not the chunkiest Hobonichi person out there, you would still be able to fit that in really well. So that is definitely an option. Let me just go ahead and, well, before I do that, let me go ahead and take the rest of this stuff out here so you can kind of see the characteristics of the leather. Like I said, it's not too structured and it's not too floppy. I really feel like it's the best of both worlds. So you can kind of bend it and squish it. And so it's very malleable, but it's not too floppy. I feel like it's the perfect mix of structure. It's able to hug your notebook beautifully. This leather will scratch if that's something that bothers you. Mine has a little bit of, you know, just from bumping it around and journaling with it. This one kind of stays on my desk area, so I don't have a lot of wear that's going to be with this one. If scratches are something that bother you and is like a deal breaker, I just wanted you to know that. I think that this will age beautifully. I love the textures and differences in the leather that it has already, just kind of from me squishing it around and stuff. But I'm not person who is brave enough to go ahead and mark up the leather. In Jennifer's video she has up, she does share with you, like I think right here somewhere by the knot, what it looks like to scratch it and then kind of try to rub it out. So if you're interested in that, you'll have to check out Jennifer's version, because I'm not going to do that to my notebook. Scratches aren't a deal breaker for me, but I honestly, with all of my leather, try to just keep it in the best condition possible. So I'm a little more safe with my notebooks than some people are. When you look at this notebook compared to other deluxe versions, you will notice the absence of a pen loop, and that was done quite on purpose. So this notebook is just so classy looking that Jennifer didn't want to break any of this beautiful thinned out edges with a humpy pen loop, or even the continuity of the notebook with a pen loop. So Jennifer Harvey has devised a new plan for pen loops because, quite honestly, the pen loop population is quite divided. Some people say if it doesn't have a pen loop, that's a deal breaker. I'm out, pen loops only. The other half of the population is like, I just don't want that pen loop in my way. I'm kind of either or. I don't mind a pen loop, but I don't mind not having a pen loop. For me, I feel like a great solution is that you use your string to hold your pen in. And this is how I use this notebook day to day. It sits on my desk waiting for me to journal. I keep my fountain pen in here. It fits in quite nicely. It kind of has a little bit of space here to kind of settle in so it doesn't stick out too far. And it's there for me when I need to journal. It doesn't take much to get it in or out. And so it's a non-issue for me. I'll take a pen loop. I won't take a pen loop. I'm kind of in the Switzerland class of pen loop camps. However, she has devised a different solution, which unfortunately I don't have to show you today. But if you order an E-Class notebook, yours will come with this solution. And so it's kind of a DIY, I would call it, pen loop. And that is an adjustable piece of leather that you are able to use and adjust to your size pen. So there's nothing worse in the world, in my opinion, than a notebook that has a pen loop but doesn't fit your pen. You know, if you have ever tried a Filofax Malden, that is a huge issue that I have with that notebook. It has the pen loop, but it's like it's teasing you. No pen that I use on a regular basis fits in that pen loop. So it shouldn't even be there as far as I'm concerned. It's like it's taunting me and I have to hook it on in different ways. So this new option allows you not only to choose whether or not you have a pen loop, but it also allows you to choose the size of your pen loop. And so you'll have to check out Jennifer's video because she goes through and shows you exactly how to use it. But my plan for the pen loop is to take maybe some cardstock and laminate it. I'll use my pen, my pencil board as an example. But my plans for the pen loop is to attach the pen loop to something movable so that when I use this notebook cover from year to year, I'll be able to take out the notebook and the pen loop would not be attached to anything, you know, inside of this book. So I want to attach it to something movable so that I can stick it in here, have a pen loop, and then next year, stick it in the next notebook. That's the plan. Now, like I said, you will get a pen loop with yours for free with your order. They will do their best to match up your pen loop with your leather as best as possible. For me, when I'm getting ready to spend money on something, investing in a beautiful piece, to add to my collection, I like to go to Instagram and search photos, and then I go to YouTube and I search for videos because there's something to be said for watching a notebook in action rather than just kind of, you know, sitting in a photo. And I know that notebooks have variations in colors and things like that. So I always go to YouTube before I hit, you know, the spend the money button, because I just want to get as many opinions and angles of whatever I'm getting ready to invest in as possible. This particular line is brand new, but you will find Jennifer Harvey's video that shows it, and then also Allie Brown and Carrie Harling also have notebooks from this collection, and they also have videos, and I will link to their channels below. So Allie Brown has the exact same leather that I do. This is the Eastwood again, and she also has the A6. Carrie Harling has the Elderwood, that beautiful blush brown, and her notebook is in the B6. So the size is obviously different, but it'll give you a couple of different perspectives to go to before you go add to the cart and spend the money. If I have shown you everything that you need to know before hitting the spend button, then by all means go ahead and order one of these. But I just wanted to let you know that there were other videos that are out there so that you can kind of get some more ideas and binge watch the E-Class videos today. So I hope that you love this leather as much as I do. I think that it's a beautiful addition to the Chic Sparrow line. So much thought has gone into this. Jennifer just, I haven't ever seen a design of hers that I don't love, but I really feel like she put her heart and soul in this. I know she's tested it out a lot, and there's been, if you watch her video, many renditions of it as she kind of worked through this idea that she had. I wish I had just an ounce of her creativity. She amazes me with the things that she brings to her company. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you're not subscribed and you don't want to miss out on journaling and Hobonichi and planning and pens, everybody loves a good pen, right? Then don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys.